So I'm curious how many of you have gone to your high school reunions. I went to my 10-year reunion, and I was single, focused on my career, and I had a blast. Then I went to my 20-year reunion, and I was happily married. I had, I think the girls were 1 and 3, and my husband John DJ'd. Not only did he DJ the reunion on Saturday night, he also DJ'd the Friday night reception at a bar. And he did an amazing job. And he was charismatic and got the energy up, and very, very public. So the invitation came for my 30-year reunion. I don't know if it was maybe about 10 months ago. And it dawned on me that there is an opportunity to share how do you use Thoughtfully Fit when you are anxious, when you're nervous, when you're uncertain. Because when that invitation came, my first reaction was, oh, hell no. There is no way I'm going to my 30 reunion. 10 years ago, when I had my 20-year reunion, happily married. Now, husband's in prison, I'm divorced. My first reaction was, there's no way I'm going to put myself in a position for that ridicule. And I felt sort of, I don't know, maybe not ashamed, but like embarrassed that this was the state I was in. And a lot of times our first reactions are just that. They're a knee-jerk reaction. And so I had to pause and sit on it for a while and really think. And I took some time to really think, if I don't go, then I'm going to continue to hide and be nervous about when I see somebody. Because when I graduated from high school, I went to Germany for a year. I left, and that was in the time when there was no social media. And so it was only airmail, paper, and pencil letters. And when I got back from Germany a year later, my parents had left my hometown and moved 4 hours north. And so I haven't been back to my hometown basically in 30 years, other than for my reunion 10 years ago and 20 years ago. And so it felt really high stakes. But I started to, when I paused to think, create some awareness around, God, then certainly I couldn't go to the 40 year because it would have been 20 years. And I realized that I wanted to own and acknowledge that this is my life. This is who I am. This is where I am. Wasn't where I expected to be. And yet I didn't want to hide. And so I called my best friend from high school. I've really stayed in touch poorly with anybody other than a few handful of people, my best friend, and I said, okay, Brenda, do you want to go? And I was excited because I was getting the courage to go. And she said she's going to be out of town. And she couldn't. So I thought, oh, there goes my safety net. So I sat on it some more to think, what do I want to do? And a lot of times when I am having a tough decision, I take the time to really imagine what it would look like in the future and to play out different scenarios. And that's what I did. And I realized that the scenario of not going, I would feel bad. I would feel like, I think some regret that I hid, that I didn't go. So I acted from that place and I signed up. I sent in my registration and I'm on my way to my reunion right now. And I'm nervous, admittedly. Don't worry, I've got my phone on the clip, so I'm driving with two hands. But I thought I would share because there are times when, to be thoughtfully fit, it does require that longer pause and think before you act. And in this case, it's going to really require me tonight to have a lot of strength. Strength in the thoughtfully fit sense is all about having the strength to consciously choose how you want to show up. So my first reaction was to hide, and I'm choosing to not hide, to show up. And so I want to source positivity tonight and connection and vulnerability. And I think most people have had some twist and turn in life that they didn't expect. So I'm just going to own that. Like, yeah, life got really tough and things aren't where I thought they'd be. And here I am. And how are you? And what's happening in your life? And just focus on connection. And so I'm going to be sourcing strength tonight. And so I'm sending this recording, this Thoughtfully Fit video to give you hopefully some permission that if there's a place that you want to go that feels hard, that you can pause, think about the different scenarios, the different perspectives, the different choices, and then act from that place thoughtfully of what's in your best intention. And if you make a tough decision like I did, and you have the courage to go for it, whatever it is that's your challenge, that's hard, then there's a opportunity to embrace strength and to really choose how you want to show up. So good luck. Please wish me luck. Doesn't mean I'm not nervous and that I won't be nervous, but I'm feeling really excited that I am going. So thanks everybody. Have a terrific weekend. We'll see you next week. Take care.